lovely lady.
Hey, there she is.
Who was bringing up 3
very lovely girl.
No, she was. She brought up the girls.
That's
and
right.
He brought up the
It would have been
boys.
really weird the other way. Like there would have been like.
Oh no, it wouldn't have been weird.
Oh yeah, I mean there would have been like child and youth services.
Wouldn't it be bizarre if one of them was watching, the kids or something?
Oh, one of the Brady Bunchers.
Yeah.
The Brady
Watching-
Bunch.
Yeah, watching us
The
now.
Brady Bunch. All right.
And
So.
apparently the older girl, Cindy.
No, Cindy was the youngest one.
Uh-huh.
Marsha was the oldest.
Oh, Marsha.
She was a whore.
And Marsha's watching. Marsha was apparently her and the older boy were sort of like
hanky panky with the spanky. That's right.
Yeah, I
Look
know.
at all the cool kids. Hey, good morning,
Hi,
everyone.
you guys.
I see Triple D and MM people all through there, like Sarah and Bruce Rupin.
Sorry, we haven't done a
Bruce.
show because
It's been a while.
we've been getting up at 3 a.m.
That's right.
3
0300. What's the
a.m.
O stand for?
Oh my God.
It's early.
And watching the traffic and conversion.
Oh, not even just watching, but implementing. Right?
You have.
Yeah, they've
I've
got
been
this
zombie.
thing. Anyway, we'll talk about implementation later.
Yeah.
Uma, Shaga was
It's been
there.
great, but now it's 10 a.m. here,
Yeah, and I feel like
and
going
we're
to bed.
stuffed. It's like we need to go back to bed. Anyway,
All right, so
thank you for showing up.
it's your Manifesting Questions live, Yasmin Maxwell.
It is.
I'll have to send you.
Yeah.
Oh no, I put up a photo of the puppy. Look at the photo of
It's
the puppy.
funny how she says hi before it says she's watching.
She's like that.
No, but it happens with everyone.
Oh no, well, it really happens with her.
Hiya, Priya.
Anyway,
What
yo,
time is it here? It's 10 a.m. here
it's
now.
10 a.m. here now. Feels
But
like
we've
about
been
4 in the
getting up
afternoon.
at, yeah. Yeah, so come lunchtime.
It's only 2 hours early for me.
I know.
You
Well,
know?
and me. I'll
Yeah, and you as well.
normally get up around 5, but it just feels like 3 a.m. is just
Oh, look at that. My dog's eating
slam.
my
I
dog.
know what it's like for you now. When you have the calls at like 2 a.m. or something.
So we've got a very special show for you. And you.
All of you.
And you.
Yes.
So, and by the
Yes.
way, for the show sharers, we're learning all sorts of new things, right? So, like you guys would share the show and comment. If you want to show up, like Facebook lets you know more about the shows and stuff. The more you share the shows and comment, right? Like for the people that lurk and go, Facebook never tells me. Facebook doesn't know you care. So if you share the show or you leave some comments, preferably share because we love that.
We do.
It
love
actually helps us get in touch with you and other people. It's fun. But anyway, Victoria.
that. Yes.
Okay, let's tell them what to do, 'cause
Now
it's
we've
been a
got to
while.
remember what we do. So we go to freeneville.com.
That's right,
Why did we
221.
go there?
Email this pseudo-random goodness.
Wow, it sounds really pseudo-random and good.
That's right, I practice that all the
Keep
time.
sucking back of that coffee,
That's
babe.
right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
90 days of 15
Fun.
donut, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super fuzzy. I actually
He's
think
very
I'm
fuzzy.
pretty handsome.
He's basically opted out of life for 4 days.
Yeah, pretty much. I've opted out of
Because
like.
of the seminar.
Yeah, it's like #1 priority, traffic and conversion
Yeah.
summit.
Yeah.
Number one priority, Perry Belcher. Right? Like,
Yeah,
everything
I know.
stops.
We love
When
Perry
Perry comes
Belcher.
on, everything else dies.
Yeah.
And for the refunds,
Visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Lynn. Alrighty, so
Okay,
Victoria, let's
yes.
do it.
Let's do it. So,
By the way, we're gonna have the what do we call it? The watch party for this tomorrow, not today. So normally you do
just
about
so you know, yeah, because we can't
'cause it'd
do.
be too much. Right? So we love y'all, but if you want to watch the watch party, come back instead of
Yeah,
like in whatever.
tomorrow, that'll be
like
nice.
8 hours. Come back in 32 roughly. Hey, yo. All right.
Okay.
So
So the first
day,
question.
Mel.
Sorry.
I said, good day, Mel.
Okay, you got to stop when I start.
All right. Sorry.
Just so you know.
Just spank me.
I'm just thinking about the shorts. All right. What was it? A something pause that Yasmin used to say.
Dramatic.
A dramatic pause.
That's right.
So the first question today is from O in email via an email.
Mm-hmm.
How to manifest my special person back. My special person, sorry, is the title.
Yes.
O asks, I hear many say that we can manifest our special person back, but my reality isn't promising. Is it possible, despite the situation seeming impossible? Thank you.
Alrighty, so, ready? Don't make it about them, right? You want to be a happy wife, happy husband, happy loving wife. Imagine yourself as the person you choose to be, right? And here's the thing, right? They left already.
Yep.
Right? They may or may not come back. I mean, but at the end of the day, it really is. It's all about you, right? So when you try to do and again, this whole thing of like many people say this, many people say that. I saw a post the other day. And this person says, I've manifested my special person, several times in my life.
And it's always been a different person.
Yeah, and it's always a different person. So I sort of go,
yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? Neville was happily married. We're happily married. Neville said, make it all about you. We say, let it be all about you as well, right? And in all seriousness, if I try to make it about her on any given day, okay, if I go, yep, she'll make me happy. It's just a matter, it puts pressure on her instead of, I'm a happy, loving wife. Guess what? I'm happy, I'm loving, I'm loved. Husband, rather.
Husband, not wife.
Yep.
Yeah. Although it is, sometimes it feels like that.
Sometimes, like.
It feels like I'm the husband, he's the
for
wife.
Christmas she gets power tools, and for Christmas I get soft and frilly things. Look like a Monica. I got me a harmonica.
Cool, excellent.
All right,
So,
but more on that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't worry about them. Like, in all seriousness, I mean, it's sort of like this. Ready? Everybody write the word vomit. Right? Vomit, right? So, because, I had this really good pizza yesterday. I know.
I don't want to eat it again.
Yeah, I don't want to eat it again. Right? It's already left. Right? We could say poopy, right? Yeah. So, right. So you want to manifest eating that again?
Yeah,
Just let it be all about you. You want to be a happy person who eats a pizza. Yeah. You can tell what kind of mood I'm in. This is going to be a good show.
Yeah.
Jake, we're going to meet a real special graphic for this. Maybe
Don't
you and
know
I
if
should
he's
talk about
there.
the title.
Oh, all right, I guess.
Alrighty. Yeah, Jake's here. Yeah, Triple D, yo.
Cool.
All right.
All right, excellent. So thank you, for your question.
I wonder if I could bring poop or vomit into your question. This is going to be so much fun. My dog's eating my dog.
I know, they love it.
All right. Next.
Okay, the next question's
We really
from...
could have used clickers. I know I said no clickers, but...
You remember to listen to what I say about dramatic pauses? Nothing.
I need to be
You need to what?
I need to be obedient.
He does.
I can't even say it. That's
No.
funny.
All right. The next question's from Chris in Manifesting Mastery.
Yep.
I feel insecure.
Yep.
Chris asks, lately I've been having limiting beliefs around the subject on finding a partner. I don't know if you can recall, but I take a lot of joy in approaching women on the street in social settings.
I like approaching them in private. I think that's fun. But meanwhile...
However, during the past days, the belief of I don't have enough money, therefore I'm not worthy of this girl, has been popping up in my head a lot. I'm starting to feel like I need first to get my shit together in terms of having a car, my own apartment, land, a cool, decent paying job, in order for me to get the girl. What scene can I possibly imagine that can allow me to remove all these insecurities about money and looks in relation to women and people in general?
Cool. So it sounds like a couple different wishes to me. Yeah, so like I know there's a big thing in this world about confidence, and I'm not really into that. Right? We've talked about this before. Mm-hmm. I like this thing called curiosity, right? Because I find when you're infinitely curious about something, like what would happen if I sent an email out every day? My God, it might double my income and I could work half the time. Instead of going, I'm confident I can send out an email every day and not everyone will kill me. I just become infinitely curious, right? If you're an infinitely curious kind of guy, curious about women, curious about how you could make money, curious about how people would respond to you because you're not normal. I mean, do I look normal?
No.
Yeah, let's just sum it up really quick. But I am entertaining and people love me, right? Because I'm just me, right? So it sounds to me like a couple different wishes, like a general one of like people enjoy me. I think people enjoy me or appreciate me or something like that. They find me interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I'd approach it as
Fun.
a couple separate. Yeah, fun. I'm
Yeah.
fun. I think I'm fun.
Yeah.
I'm entertaining.
Easy. Life's easy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
find some core qualities besides the usual boring ones. Like, confident.
Nah.
Yeah. Versus like playful, right?
Yeah.
And really getting, you know what? It sounds to me like you want to make some money this time. Like I had a buddy, Tommy D, and Tommy D had a security company, and Tommy D's security company had 3 clients, and one of them paid 80% of the bills. And one of the big company went, right?
Died.
So, suddenly like Tommy D doesn't have no money coming in, right? And so I was with a conference with him, and we were kicking around some business ideas. And Tommy says, "How about if we make some money this time?"
Yeah.
I thought, yeah.
That's a good one.
That sounds good, right? And so you want to make some money, you want to have your own crib, you want to, whatever. Give life to these individual wishes. Don't try to tie them up all in one Gordian knot. But just give life to some good core qualities. Give life to some, and again, notice the traps. This whole thing is confident. Fuck man, I'm so confident that it's relatable. So, we're getting low on the joy juice.
The joy juice.
Yep, otherwise known as liquid Jesus. So
Got a
Victoria,
coffee.
everybody type in, everybody share the show, right? Go ahead.
And
we'll watch.
type in what? Joy juice.
and type in liquid Jesus. All right. Liquid
Joy
Jesus.
juice in a cup.
All right. So,
Yes.
did I get anywhere near answering that
I
question?
don't know. I
I think we did pretty
He
good.
said they
Yeah, what
also
would-
asked what would Neville say, which I didn't read
Yeah,
out. but-
separate wishes, make it about you, all that good stuff. Let it be about you. Don't make it about you. See, I'm getting tired. But see, if you make it all about me, it's like it already is all about you, right?
Okay.
Those two. All right, let's keep going. We'll see how it ties in
All
with the
right.
next question.
Excellent. So, thank you very much, Chris, for your question.
Yasmin Maxwell says, "I'm always naked." End of line. Right. So, didn't see you this morning.
Naked. Yeah.
Yeah, she does have legs that aren't as hairy as mine now, though. Noticed that the other day.
Oh.
Yo, Triple D, Tony Doyle. Ha! Like it in the
Yeah, I saw
screenshot of
Tony
you.
here. Yeah, you're skipping. 20 said, "Oh, I can't watch the final. Ryan's
And
final."
actually, we did. Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Oh, that was it.
that was it. Yeah, they didn't close it down as soft as they usually do, which is good.
Oh, because if I remember seeing the recap of
They do that.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right.
Perfectly timed then.
Well, liquid Jesus. Sorry, I'm really trying to be obedient. I
No, you're
really
not.
am. Really
You're trying to be a
obedient.
rebel.
Not trying.
Okay.
All right.
The next question is from Sarah in Manifesting Mastery. It's all about me?
Yes.
Question mark.
Imagine that. How? Ta-da. Go ahead.
Sarah asks, why can I easily manifest for others, but not as easily for myself? How can I notice more of my wins than my reactions? And how can you stop going down that rabbit hole of doom and gloom if you feel being still and knowing doesn't give you relief? Wow, there's a lot of questions here, Sarah. I'll keep reading them.
Keep going
I'll
through.
just keep going through.
Because they all have one answer.
How can I be more faithful and trust my inner world more than my outer world? How can I trust myself more when I know all the tools to use? How do I stop digging up the seeds so quick? Hope these questions help others, not only myself.
All right, Sarah, thanks for drilling these down for me. So, that's supposed to be funny. Because it was a bigger post before.
All right, was it?
Yes. Yo, Hoper, love ya.
So these are drilled down.
Woohoo. All right.
Yeah, I hope.
So, ready?
Yes.
It all really comes down to a couple philosophical things, right? There's the how-tos, right? You guys that are in the club, right? There's these things that you have to do in time, right? And then there's this general overview. And the general overview is really, really just stopping to notice, like, really, consciousness is the only reality. What am I aware of in consciousness? What leads and what follows? The imagined life leads, the physical follows. By the way, so you imagined up getting an answer, right? Now here's the cool thing. So you mentioned up you getting an answer, which you may say, oh, that it wasn't hard or doesn't count or isn't hard or doesn't count, something like that. But in the end, right, you didn't get me to answer their questions that they didn't ask me. You imagined something, your fingers move, my lips now move, and here we are. So when you really you're having wins all day long, but odds are they're not getting into the flashlight of attention because it's the first week of manifestingmasterycourse.com. Just really, really noticing that. So
where is Sarah in MM? Do you know roughly what week? No.
Nope. But always go back and revisit that.
First week,
that first week is gold because whenever you get, of course, you're imagining things for people and they're getting them cool. You imagined up getting an answer, you got it. And the answer really isn't in a how-to, right, an in-time thing. The answer for you personally is more in this overall understanding and just sitting back and noticing, yeah, you know what, how many wins do I actually have a day? All right, yay. Bruce is all excited.
You feeling
that show.
frisky?
Yeah, we have another show in a week.
I know.
So,
yes.
But so that's good. We just want to notice the philosophy side. That's the big thing for this one, right? Consciousness is the only reality. Awareness of being is God. How you are aware of being determines everything in your life, including this win. And you got it. So let's second round. Cool. Thanks, Sarah. Cool. Sarah's actually here.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Coolio. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah. And here's another thing. Keep playing. The big thing with this is never take it seriously. Yeah. You see how serious I take myself? See, I took something seriously yesterday. I ordered the Apple Pen.
Oh, God.
Right? And the guy, he put the card in the letterbox. Instead of walking down to the door, he
Just down the drive.
Yeah.
It's all...
So he says, they're not home, and he sticks the card in the letterbox.
And drives off.
Meanwhile, Victoria's out there waving at him.
Yeah.
Right? Like in the US of A, if we had guns, we just would have gave them a flesh wound. Right? But you don't take my pen with you, right? So it's my pen. I ordered it delivered to my house. And so, see, when I take it seriously, I get on the phone with people. And they say, well, we can't reach the driver unless we do an inquiry. I says, I don't want an inquiry. I want my pen.
Yes.
Right? Bang.
What's
right?
my product?
So just notice when you make it about you, things get cloggy. I'm sorry, when you make it, when you get serious, things get cloggy. But when you just let it be, yeah, my God, I got them to ramble for minutes on a show and say all sorts of irrelevant things. and just to point out that he's not that serious. So anytime you get serious, just drop that.
Yeah.
Triple D Tony Doyle. Boom. That's right.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Alona missed us.
I know,
We're back.
I
If you miss us, by the way, you have to take aim better.
That's what I tell him all the time. Thank you, Alona. And thank you, Sarah, very much
Thanks,
for your
Sarah.
question.
Cool. Now we're going to tie this in with later and earlier questions as well, like we usually do, just for fun. All right. Next.
So the next question is from Dream Driven Day. Angela, I saw you here.
Yo.
Help with the loogie.
The loogie.
Angela asks, what would be something Neville might have said about experiencing a diagnosis and symptoms of the loogie and getting rid of it and the symptoms?
Cool. Let's assume you got the loogie. I'm assuming this isn't a hypothetical. If it is, I should have asked.
Yeah.
Because I never answer hypotheticals.
Yeah.
So let's assume it's real. Hi. How you doing?
Oh, he's so happy.
Yeah, we're doing a show. This is just so fucking great. Bruce photobombed the Traffic and Conversion Summit as well.
He did.
So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, didn't they? Everyone's all Brucey. Yes. But meanwhile, right?
Yes.
So, God, I'm going to piss some people off here. Ready? It's a virus, like the cold. It comes, it goes, right? Now, it may or may not kill you, right? I know the loogie kills more people than the cold. Personally, I think the loogie kills less people than sugar. But that's just my own thing, right? When I get quirky and funny. So here's the fun thing. What are you imagining? It's because if you're imagining, if you're going like through time and just imagining, fuck, I hope I don't fucking die, and getting stuck in that tunnel, that's not all that fun. But if you sit back and, like early on with the loogie thing, I decided to do some research just to have some fun. And I noticed, like in Neville's lifetime, there was something like 72 pandemics.
Pandemics.
Yeah, when you look up the definition of pandemic and you go to that website that you love,
that I love.
Not Reddit, but the other one.
I don't go to Reddit either.
Yeah, it's that other one. That online encyclopedia thing.
I don't go to that. The Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia.
You keep telling me to use that for my gardening.
So if you go to Wikipedia and you look up pandemics, and you'll see we've had pandemics. You know, like there was let's say there was one for every year Neville was alive, right? And when you just put it all in perspective, it's like, right, sure, people are dying and all that stuff, but what are you imagining about you? Right? Are you just getting stuck in that whole thing, or are you just going, right? You know, like, here's the thing, I got it, I don't got it, right? I mean, sometimes you eat lunch and you get the shits. You know the shits are going to end, right? Maybe you die from them, maybe you don't. But at the whole end of the thing, it's just like, right, you know, what are you imagining? You know, just, you know, what, you know, don't get, you know, the less room you give it. And again, we've had people here. We've had people in Triple D and in MM and in the group that have had the lube. And, you know, in the end, you know, I look at, and I got one success story I'm going to share from there. I haven't yet. But in the end, it all comes down to what are you imagining? Right? Just, you know, the whole thing, you know. Neville was mysteriously sick. They kept giving him different tests. Couldn't figure out what it was. And it didn't really go away until he just got back on his horse and just got again, wow, you know what? You know what the cause of this is? Me. So, yo! Lick his dick and be done with it. Next.
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Okay. So,
Cool. Yeah, Lene, cool. I was hoping you were here.
What'd she say?
Yeah, she's an epidemiologist, and yeah, she's got some gold there.
Cool.
But I love that you are an epidemiologist. It's so sexy. Like, I am an epidemiologist.
I know.
Yeah, you know, back in the old days, cops were sexy, right? And then came 9/11, right? Then firemen became sexy, right?
Yeah, right.
Now what's next is going to... So there's no more cop calendars. You notice they're all fireman calendars now?
Yeah.
Right? So what's going to come up
Never
next,
saw it.
Lene, you have to look into this, is the
Epidemiologist calendar.
It's the sexy epidemiologist calendar. So...
Sweet.
You
Okay.
can tell we haven't slept much this week.
Oh no. So thank you, Angela, for your question.
All right. Yeah, that Lene is so sexy. I'm too sexy for my epidemiologist. All right, yo. Okay, sorry, obedient, silent, go. We really do need clickers.
The next question's from Dream Driven Day Tommy.
Yo.
10-minute ago technique. Tommy asks, one of my friends who's on Reddit, she sent me a post about some 10-minute ago technique. And it's basically, you imagine your wish was just fulfilled 10 minutes ago and just live from there and feel from that end. And she was going on and on about it. Anyway, I couldn't help but notice there's a way to play there. I couldn't help but notice, is there a way to play there or Nevilleise it to make it about states and not some technique? Do you notice a way to play with this or just skip it? Are you doing the 10-minute ago technique?
I'm imagining that the show was great 10 minutes ago. Except I'd probably be looking at porn. porn.
Excuse me.
So,
she knows. Yeah.
Porn.
Yeah.
So here's what I like about. So I made something up. I need everyone to write this down. 20 made up the toolbox, right? 20 did, right? 20 made up the toolbox because you looked at all like 411 Neville Goddard lectures or something like that, or at least 4 of them, and noticed over the span of a couple decades, Neville often said things like, right, what you want to do is revise it. I like revision a lot. And he'd say things like, imagine what implies your wish is fulfilled. Like your friend's yakking about you, right? Or you know what, you could feel as if something, you know what, I remember when this was a vacant lot. And it ain't the words, it's like the experience of right? Feeling that empty lot in the past. Yo, I'm sorry. Okay. Now here's the cool thing. So you take those 3 and you'll notice people are doing them all the time anyway, right? People are reliving instead of revising. They're just going, yeah, well, I remember, well, old people, right, they tend to go, I remember when I was sexy, right, I'm 23 now, I'm old, right? So you got that thing going, oh, I'm just remembering whenever I used to be hot, right? You're 23, you're still fucking hot, right? Just to be blunt, right? Even if you're fat and ugly at 23, you're still hot, right? True? Yeah. So, boom. People are using the tools all the time in weird ways, right? The tools are what you're doing anyway. right? The whole thing of like whenever, yeah, by the way, anything I teach, that's my criteria, right? So I noticed what did Neville teach? He called that thing, we call it the streetcar method, right? She had the salt of her tears, and she used that to imagine it was the salt of the ocean. Most people do that in reverse, right? They feel the salt of the ocean, and they go, well, fuck it. I remember whenever I was young and had somebody that liked me. Being 23 now, I'm old, right? And yeah, and they just, oh, man, that dog.
I know.
I say porn, and he's over there humping a
I
pillow.
know. He's
So-
just very excited this morning.
Anyway, right? So like 10 minutes ago, it's like, why the fuck would you want to? Like in the whole thing, like in, yeah. If I'm imagining 10 minutes ago we had sex.
Roll over and go to sleep.
Yeah,
now.
it's like whatever versus like, yeah, just use the tools, right? I just find the weird shit. Just fuck it, man. Just use the tools. Yeah. And again, I didn't go to Reddit. Yeah, because I don't want to waste any time there. Like Wikipedia. She doesn't like Wikipedia.
I don't like it. I just
Yeah.
never ever used
Yeah,
it.
when she goes to
I'm not
Wikipedia,
bothered.
she sees that little thing in the top corner, and it's like it's a label. It's a label. Oh dear. Oh fuck it. We'll just let it stay there.
Yep.
So that's gonna drive me crazy. But anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, let's skip it. Here's the thing: if you really are doing what Neville said, I don't even give a shit about the toolbox. The toolbox is only to help you notice, oh, I'm passively reliving. Oh, let's change that. Oh, I'm remembering when I was sexy. Now I'm 23. I'm old. No, yeah, stop it. Right? Just, oh, I'm imagining my friends thinking I'm a weirdo. Cause that's why I never share the show, Mr. 20, because I'm afraid people think his eyes weird.
Eyes weird.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, share the dumb shit cat video. Oh, everyone shares cat videos. I'm trying to blend in, but I want to double income work half the time. I can't do it for some reason because I think they'll hate me when I'm rich. Right? Yeah. Stick with the tools. But more on that later.
More. Okay.
Thanks, Tommy.
Excellent.
I'll be obedient now.
Thanks for your question, Tommy.
Click.
The next question is from Anthony in Manifesting Mastery.
Yo.
The secret of daily wins. Anthony asks, how do you imagine up your daily wins? Like meat discounted and whiskey and more playmates.
Cool. You know, my big thing, I keep going back to this, and you heard it here first, right? I call it identity-based manifesting. Neville talked about that a lot as well. Your concept of self, right? So if you look in, I think it's in The Power of Awareness where he mentions this in a really cool way. But I'm the guy, right? Now, one of the things with me in my life, when I was at war with money, you know, I imagine what got me born into a poor family, welfare, cheese line, Speeny girl, you've all heard about all this. Yeah, what got me into all that was imagining, like literally, like, oh, being poor, spiritual. I want to be spiritual next time. So no Monica for me. No money, no Monica.
Yeah.
And so, I grew up poor, right? And then when I got my first job, I bought myself the Chevy S10 pickup truck, paid $180.25 a month without a bumper or radio. And I got my first apartment, and I've got no money for food. So like I'm buying, well, that ground chuck's only half brown, right? So it's half off and half brown. This ought to be good. And so that was when I was at war with money, right?
Yeah.
Now that I'm having fun with it, it's like, you know what? You know, like the other day, I went to the post office because I had to get my whiskey, right? Imagine that. You go to the post office for whiskey in
Pick up his
Australia.
whiskey. Yep.
And so I picked up the expensive whiskey there, and I just re-experienced the joy that I had because the month earlier, if you remember, is when I got my expensive whiskey, and I got like $900 worth of extra whiskey for like $200 or $300 or something,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
So I just re-experienced that, and I went, oh, this is fun. And I was experiencing like what it would feel like to do it again. Oh yeah, share the success story. And I walk in, and Dean says to me, "Hey, look, I've got this here. Do you want it at $20 a bottle?" I got
Yeah.
seven. I got seven bottles of scotch that was on sale for $50.
Firestone. Yeah.
Right, so it was $350 worth of scotch for $120. But it's an identity. You get I had a war-based identity that had me having to buy cheap shit. Now I've got this playful identity that has me buying like a BMW for half price. Go away. Hey, I'm sorry. I love you, but we can't right now.
No, I can't play
We'll
like
play
that.
we'll play rip
Go
your
get
face
there,
off
man.
later.
Go get there, man.
Okay? We'll rip your face off later. All right? We will. I promise. All right. So that's my thing. When I have daily wins, just figure out like, I'm the guy who personally, everyone has daily wins. Okay, you imagine getting an answer, you got one. This is a daily win, right?
Yeah.
First thing is you got to learn how to shine that flashlight of attention on it to notice them. Earlier question, Sarah. And the second thing is develop some identities that can give you these easy daily wins. So, boom. Maybe I'll talk about my Perry Belcher win, but not yet. All right. So, Victoria, look at that.
Excellent.
Got my pork pie hat on. I'm snazzy. I'm like the K-Town killer. Yo.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Anthony, for your question. The next question is from Priya in Manifesting Mastery. Revision complications. Priya asks, I dropped out of school when I was 20 and that affected my career hugely in a negative way.
That was law school, by the way. That might be
sorry. I dropped out of law school when I was 20 and that affected my career hugely in a negative way. Later, around my 30s, I went back to night school and got my marketing degree in college. I played with revising and finishing my law school, but it feels so unreal. It feels like cheating, as if I said to myself, let's imagine you are an engineer. The stretch feels so big. How can I play with this revision and own it as if it's real and my conscious mind won't remind me of not true? You forgot the huge debt you had to pay and couldn't pay, etc. Any tip to make this revision easy and fun?
Cool. Sounds to me like it's complicated and I don't know what the real wish is. So my first question would be, what's the real wish? What if you, so I don't even want to say if you did this, what would be different in your life? You get it? That just sends us down the road of complication. What I'm going to suggest is, if, just a general overview, right? What is the specific thing that you want different? Because law school doesn't matter, the marketing degree doesn't matter, the debt you didn't pay off, but couldn't pay off, but did pay off. I'm wondering, what's the real desire here? What is the difference that you want in your day? So if we're just going to take a general overview, just sort of sit back a little bit and go, all right, what's the general overview? Like, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to be. Where do you, what's the actual thing? You regret not finishing your law school. Cool. So I'd revise yesterday. If you regretted it yesterday, by the way, we all have got regrets. So if you regretted it yesterday, it impacted your day, I'd revise yesterday. But I'm wondering.
I'm interested in how it impacted your day, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like you've now got a marketing, which you decided 10 years later you'd go and do a marketing degree instead of finishing your law degree. So it's like, what would a law degree give you? How does it affect your normal day if you had a law degree?
Yeah. Don't know. Yeah. So the regret was expensive. Cool. So I got a lady who a guy owes her a fuck ton of money. Emmett.
You never know. Hopefully, it might be the Apple Pen.
So I got a lady who has a fellow that owes her a lot of money, and she's concerned about getting the money from him. Had to pay off loans for a decade. Cool. None of that matters now.
Yeah.
So you're concerned. So you were revising, not having quit, paying off loans. Just if it's over, it's over. Let it be over.
If it's because you're saying, you had to pay off loan, but really, right now, today, then, is it your finances today? Is that really what it's all about? Like, you're feeling like you could afford more if, because then it's more a matter of nailing that.
Yeah, I'm getting this as a complicated middle. What do you desire today? What do you hunger for today? Like, if I eat pizza and I vomited when I was 13, I did. Right? My dad took me to this lovely little Italian restaurant where there were 3 Italian waitresses. They were the daughters. One was a year younger than me, one a year older, and one 5 years older. Man, I couldn't figure out which one to have the hots for, right? And so we went there one day, and I wasn't feeling all that well. But it's like, so I ate the pizza, went home, and I just, yuck, it was all over the place, right? It was horrible. But that doesn't stop me from eating pizza today. See, the loan was paid off in 2019. I don't get the relevance. Like, what do you want today? Yeah, it seems. Yeah, here's my guess. If law school, marketing school, loan paid off last year, what do you want different today? Oh, your desire is working in the entertainment as a filmmaker and screenwriter. Cool. So we scrapped the entire question. So what would imply you're working as a film writer and screenwriter? Right, done. Right, working on that within my writing a course in directing. Cool. So what would imply that you're actually doing your wish? Okay, we're having pork belly for lunch. I don't have to imagine anything about not vomiting up pizza when I was 12 and the 3 girls and so on and so forth. All I have to do is imagine her young. And boom, the regret bothers you. Stop feeding that. It's irrelevant. Yeah, you regret what you did 20 years ago? 10 years ago? Fuck it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. See, here's the thing. Ready? I will guarantee you don't believe that you can do the filmy thing. I can pretty much promise you that that's the truth. Because if you honest to God believe that you could do the filmy thing,
you wouldn't have time to think about regretting your past. Yeah.
Right? I could tell you about 3 or 4 different things that happened when I was a cop that were fucking goddamn horrible. Okay? I'm aware they existed. But fuck it, man. At the end of the day, it's 3 decades later.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I love today. If you honest to God believe if you can move into the state of screenwriter and filmmaker and so on, right? You're not going to have time to, oh my God, I fucked up when I was younger. Fuck, man. That's ancient history. It's almost to me like you're going, well, I don't really believe that I can have what I want, therefore I'll go back and I'll change something that just doesn't matter anymore. Just don't even give it any attention. Just let that die. Want to revise something? Revise being someone who goes back to the past because she doesn't believe that she can have what she wants now and in the future. You get it?
Yeah.
That's where I'd play. Boom. Tony Doyle. If you were a successful screenwriter, you'd have no regret. Totally.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I got the shit kicked out of me when I was 23. When you die, you do piss and shit yourself, right? Fascinating fact, right? It's probably the thing that prevented me from being raped, right? Because when the CEO's dead and comes back to life, and he's got pants full of shit and piss, nobody wants to do the nasty with him, right? Let's call that a plus, right? So when we look at that, it's like horrible event, sure, right? But at the end of the day, boom. Yeah, you can just let that, oh, Priya had an aha moment. Nice, cool. Yeah, you could have it as a backup. Oh, there we go. Backup, fuck backup. Good on you, right? All that old stuff. Yeah, it's funny, when I came here, I had to get fingerprinted all the time and send them back to the U.S. to make sure. See, when you're going for citizenship in the Australia, right? So you get fingerprinted, right? And then they send it back to the FBI and the USA to make sure you're not going back there. Like you're swimming out of the country at night, committing crimes, coming back here, and all that dumb shit. Yeah. And so I got to know the local cops pretty well because I'd just call them up and say, hey, I need some prints done. They're like, yeah, come on in, 20, right? So I'd go in and we're pretty much just playing roll your own prints at this point, right? Because I'm really good at this. And so I had to send them back to there. But the one cop asked me, I said, wow, so you're an ex-cop. I said, yeah, obviously, right? You got the Richard Remain Silent anything. You say it can't will be used against you in a court of law, that good stuff. He goes, you ever think about becoming a cop here? Because you could make good money. I'm thinking, right? I've got the training. I've got the experience. I could teach these guys a thing or two, right? But, oh my God, I'm too busy having fun to go. Right, as a backup plan, Victoria, I'm going to go be a psychologically unemployable police officer.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
All right, I think that was good. I love that you got an aha moment.
Yeah, excellent.
And you know what? When as you believe in you, you don't got to believe in backup plans.
Yeah.
No regrets. No regrets. You believe in you. You don't need no backup plan. So I need you to partner up with Joe Weldon and come here and make some movies about us. Right? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Joe meet Priya. Priya meet Joe. Let's do it. Boom. All right.
Excellent. So thank you, Priya. Yeah. Thanks for your question.
And thanks for sharing you had the aha moment shift. Boom. right? Because some people go, 20's a dick. Yeah, he is, right? Let's be honest, but it works.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. The next question's from Chris, imagining for others. If I'm imagining for someone else, can I really influence someone else's experience to the point where I can manifest in their lives what I imagine for them? Wouldn't they have to feel it real for themselves too? And what if what I'm imagining is not what they really want for themselves, or they got limiting beliefs that keep them from having what they want?
Cool. So remember, you can reject or accept any blessing, curse, right? You
Yeah.
know, whatever all that means, golden rule.
And it comes back to you. If it's
Right.
magic.
Now here's the cool thing, right? So I'm imagining Victoria happy, right? So it's like, all right, here I am.
Won't be happy.
Right? So I see her out in the garden. She's standing there with her hands on her hips. It's like, ooh, it's the modified mother stance, right?
The modified.
So you got the full mother stance, hands on both hips. You got the half mother stance, one hand on the hip. You got the modified mother stance. We're not even going to explain what that looks like, but it's the scary one. Right?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Well, it's when the hand's on the hip, but it's twisted in the other direction. Yeah.
Well, like that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
got
it's
you.
the modified mother stance. That's the scary one. Maxwell kids, pay close attention, right? Because you can tell when you're going to make her pop. Right? And so I'm in here, and right now here's what I do. I let it all be about me. How would I feel? What would I experience knowing that my woman is out there having a lovely time, right? Here's the thing, right? So I sit here and I go, oh my God, I'm not going to use a scene. I'm just going to use the pizzle method. You're always using scenes all the time. Anyone that says that don't use scenes, shame on you. You don't know what a scene is. A scene is just that imaginal experience. And again, whatever the vividness level is, it's like a GIF. But what would I experience if Victoria was out there? Like, you get it? I'm demonstrating it. Boom, right? Having a blast. Now, she can reject that, right? She can be out there and she can be miserable, right? But I'm still happy. She can come in and go, oh, you look happy. I said, you're damn right. You rejected it. I got it back. I got a double dose of it, right? So here's the good thing, right?
Yeah.
The more I imagine other people happy, quote unquote, by me being happy for them, about them, yeah, so on and so forth. I had a whole crew go to the digital marketer thing this year.
Yeah.
Right? Last year we got Laurel to go. And I said,
Yeah.
oh, let's like double that and double it again, right?
Yeah.
And so this year I've got all my little ninjas there, right?
Yeah.
And so it's really cool. Like there's Tony Doyle, oh, there's Rose, right? Yeah, right? We're watching Valerie eat her lunch, right?
Yeah, we were.
Which is great. So here's the thing. I'm imagining lovingly for my people. And there's a couple people I would have loved that they would have gone. They didn't.
Yeah.
That stinks, right? But here's the thing, right? Some of y'all went, some of y'all didn't, right? That's all right. Either way, I had a great time seeing my people there. Boom. Yeah, we both did, right?
And seeing everyone on
So-
stage.
So, we'll get back to this in a moment. Let's keep going. I think
Okay.
that's pretty good.
That's
Imagine lovingly,
great.
right?
Yeah.
Here's the big thing.
Cool.
Yeah, Tony, you see that photo you I took? Boom.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
See, I got inside of Perry Belcher's armpit. You got, I think you were closer to, what's his name, the podcast guy?
Pete.
No.
The podcast guy.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
remember.
yeah, you were next to his ass, but I got you by his butt cheek. Boom.
Okay, so let me just
Well,
say
yeah.
thank you, Chris, for your question. The next question's from the Big OZ.
B-I-G-O-Z, yo.
This or something better.
Oh yeah.
The Big OZ asks, hi 20, I've seen the phrase this or something better when imagining. Is that a good way to go, or would it distract from an imagining a specific wish being fulfilled? Thanks.
So, ready?
Yes.
So we're going to approach this on 2 chunk sizes. This is so good, right? So it's like, all right, yeah, Dominos. Hey, Dominos, I'd like to have me a pizza or something better. What the fuck do you want, Bill?
What would be better than a pizza?
What I really want is Monica, but I'll take Monica or something better. Right? Fuck, it just gets all weird, doesn't it?
Right.
So, but here's the other thing, right? So I'm imagining me happy or something better, right? Remember, so we got Victoria out in the garden, and she's in the modified mother stance, and I realized, oh fuck, she's all twisted. Now, if you take the modified mother stance, and the hand that's on the hip is backwards, and the foot's angled out, gentlemen, do not approach a woman when she's in that position, right? Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I going with all that? Yeah. So we began with the Domino's thing, right?
Yes.
I want a pizza or something,
something
better.
And you've rung Domino's.
Yeah.
And said, I want a pizza or something better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, it's just weird. But
Yes.
but when I bring it to me, right, it's all about me. Remember that, right? Hey, Jody, nice to see you, right? So this whole thing of like, right, so I'm imagining Victoria happy or something better by me feeling happy or something better.
Yeah, it sounds a bit weird.
Yeah, it just gets weird as shit. And to me, that really is, it's the ultimate. That's the ultimate way of going, well, I imagine a rose or something better. And then someone, you know what they did? They gave me a candy bar. It's a win.
Yeah.
No, right?
Yeah.
What's your desire? Neville wanted tickets for his brothers to go to a sold-out concert. He didn't go, concert or something better.
Yeah.
Skip all that. Neville wanted to go home from Barbados, right? You had to get on a ship. And so, I'm going to imagine getting on the ship or something better. And suddenly the aliens come out of the sky and David Icke. Yes. So, Neville was an alien.
Glad you got a sense of humour, OZ.
Yo, Z. I know he would, right?
Cool.
So, boom.
Excellent.
All right, so that's good.
That's sweet. So
That's
thank
amazing.
you, the BIGOZ, for your question.
Yep. Yeah, skip all that. Just note, what does Neville say? The moment a desire hits you, that's when you move into its assumption, right? So when I desire, whoa, right? I don't go, poppies, right? Or this or something better, right? It's like I go, whoa, boom, right? Fun. All right. Barbados or somewhere better. Yeah, like the moon. I really do love this whole thing because we claim we're going to Mars, right? And it's like, right, anybody ever heard of the Van Allen radiation belts? It's like, all right. So, anyway, let's see. We're
skip
Mars or something better.
Don't need that.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Jody, I saw you ask a question. It's probably, we haven't
Yeah,
got
we can't
time
get to it.
today, unfortunately.
Yeah, we need them before the show.
Email 20 and maybe we can put it on the next, I won't say
Or do
next
a
week
podcast or something.
because next week is actually Christmas Day, so it's
Whoa.
not going to be then, but
we'll
the
have to
next
figure out an
show
alternative
or a podcast, like you
schedule
said.
for next week.
And I also want to just say Tony's already bought his ticket for next year.
See, now that's a doer.
Good on you, Tony.
By the way, I'll have to share at some point how I totally train wrecked Traffic and Conversion Summit for this year. I mean, I really did.
He did.
You know why it all got canceled in the loogie? I am so fucking cool. More on that later.
Okay.
Double T.
And the last question for today is from Nicole, healed from extreme allergies. And Nicole asks, for about a year, my allergies to dust, pets and trees got worse, and I developed an allergy to the cold, which is awful. What tools would you recommend using to get the complete end result of being healed? I'm already imagining it daily through the harsh 3D reality hits me
I love
when I get the hives and takes me into the sad victim state. Any advice for talks by Neville or TT would be appreciated.
Alrighty, so I had to grab this one and put it on the show because no matter what I type, it ain't going to do it justice. So first of all, I know there's going to be somebody out there saying, 20, you don't understand. Well, yes, I fucking do. I was an allergy kid, right? Born 2 pounds, 4 ounces, all that shit. I was allergic to everything. Dust, dogs, chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah, can I eat chocolate? I think I was
Yeah,
allergic
you
to
can.
chocolate. Anyway, I know I wasn't allowed to
You're
have it.
not allergic to dogs now.
Not allergic to dogs.
Or dust,
Right,
'cause I
or
don't
dust.
dust.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, boy, you'd be surprised what I cleaned up the other day, right? I managed to spill a little bit of whiskey, and it's like it turned to mud. I'm like, mud? That's fascinating. Right? So how much whiskey, how much...
Super
what,
slack.
yeah, what is the dust to whiskey ratio that turns it into mud? Yeah, I get all lost. I mean, I claim I'm not good at maths. I'm pretty fucking smart, though. So, at the end of the day, so my ex-wife and I, right? So my ex-wife sold insurance, and she was in this office, let's say a little office building that had like 5 offices in it, right? And one of the offices was, there was a lady in there, we'll just call her Debbie. And Debbie was allergic to cats, right? Oh my God, it was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is such a good story. So Debbie was allergic to cats. And so I noticed something one day, right? So there's a thing about allergies, right? Allergies, as far as I can tell, are a defense mechanism. And I know people will say this, say that, whatever. So Nancy's, oh fuck, I said her real name. Anyway.
Oh.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
So Nancy says she's allergic to cats, right?
Yes.
And so we're hanging out one day. So I stopped by the office to say hi, and I noticed whenever I just say the word cat, she starts to like get all goofed. And I said, okay, we're going to do an experiment, right? So I had my ex-wife, and I said, before you go to work tomorrow, we had 11 cats. I said, I need you to pick up all of them and rub them all over your sweater, right? So my ex-wife's like 5'2", right? So she picks them all up, rubs them all over her sweater, so she looks basically like an old Italian when she leaves the house, right?
Like Yasmin Maxwell.
So like Yasmin Maxwell's legs, right? So she goes to, so I said, I need you to go in, right? Walk into Nancy's office and poof, right? So she walks into the office and poofs all over the place, right? So there's cat hair, cat dander, there's shit all over Nancy's office, right? And I said, I need you to not have any contact with her. Shut the door, stay in your office, right? So Nancy comes to work, goes into her office, no problem whatsoever. And so it's like, right, so there's no anaphylactic shock, there's no sniffles, there's no hives, there's none of that stuff. And I said, what I need you to do, right, after all that, wait about 2 hours, walk out of your office and take and show her a picture of a cat, right? So, 2 hours later, she gets up, opens the door, goes out, walks in and says, Nancy, look at this photo, right, that 20 took, instantly, right?
Oh, wow.
Wow, right? Now, this is the cool thing, right? It's just another one of those experiments that I've done over like the past couple of decades about consciousness is the only reality. It's like whenever I'd get when I started doing research into addiction, and I would just conversationally lead people through their addiction experience, right? Or not their addiction, their high experience. What happens before? How do you know it's time to? What happens when you first do? How does it move? When it grows? And I just noticed this, and I'd run them through it, and instantly they're stoned, right? Then I'd run them through it backwards. Instantly they're sober, right? So we go back and forth through this a couple times. The more you play, the more you get. Consciousness is the only reality, right? Now I'm curious, and again, I am not a medical doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist or an epidemiologist. I love epidemiologists. I am so looking forward to the fucking calendar. You know what I mean? Like, Lene, work on that, right? Epidemiologist, right? So ready? So, where the fuck am I going with all this? Oh yeah. So, I honestly don't know if it's possible to be allergic to the cold. I'm fascinated that if it's true, right? If I look in the DSM-4 or whatever it is now, or is it just for psychological disorders? Fuck, I can't remember.
DSM-4.
Yeah, there's that big book. Back when I was diagnosed with PTSD, it was this big. By the time I left the States, I saw it was like up to that big. Yeah, I think it's psychological disorders. So every year there's new psychological disorders, right?
Right.
So I don't know if allergic to the cold is an actual physical disorder, like if it actually produces histamine or antihistamine or, histamine in the body. I have no clue. Lene, epidemiology, maybe you know. But I'm fascinated that it's possible to be allergic to cold, right? Or not. But what I'm really fascinated with is this whole thing. Tony's just putting my whole philosophy up here real quick. Experiment, explore, adventure, play. Right? Yeah. What's really possible? Because I eat shit all the time that should kill me. Right? Based on what I was allergic to growing up, so on and so forth. Like Victoria says, she hasn't dusted in a couple days. Right? Yeah. In Australia, we live, Andrew Maxwell pointed this out to me, we live in the only country in the world where it can rain mud routinely. Right? It rains mud here. It's fascinating. Victoria washes her nice white car. Next day it looks like mud. Right? It rains mud here. And if it can rain mud, it also can blow dust. Right? And it's pretty rare dust bothers me. Right? I was hyper allergic to dust. Right? Done. So, the moral of the story, how much fun. And if you haven't done manifestingmasterycourse.com, or if you have, you can take that whole week one on triggers. Right? Which is fascinating. Like I said, you can just imagine, my little ex-wife, and they're going poof, 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 right? Getting cat shit all over the place, or cat dander, right? Poof, right, all over the place. Not a reaction at all. But to walk in and say, hey, look at this photo of a cat. Yeah, it's like, so she was actually allergic to photos of cats.
And not actual cats, just photos.
Boom.
Cool.
Right, what date is that for? in week 1 because we explored visual, auditory, kinesthetic. Which ones are your triggers? That kind of thing.
Don't remember.
All right. So I think that was good.
Yeah, I think that was good too.
All right.
Excellent. So that was
Cool.
from Nicole.
Nicole.
Thank you very much for your question.
That's right.
Yes.
Cool.
And that's our last question for today. So what we want to know
What
is...
Victoria wants to know.
Yes.
By the way, put in hashtag strawberry bit. Right,
Yes.
that helps us scan these really well. Right,
That's
we learned
true.
that. We learned that. Hashtag, that whole strawberry bit, one word. Right.
There you go.
All right.
What was your strawberry bit?
Oh my God. So Victoria.
And I am brain dead. At 3 a.m. I start up, so I can't.
Oh,
So
you know what they did today? Second song in, right? It's something going on, and then they went in. This is how we do it. Oh,
Years ago.
I almost lost my mind.
20 and I used to use that song as our wake-up song
Yeah.
to get down and exercise. It was our exercise
I
song.
developed an 11-minute exercise program.
Yeah.
It started with that, and then I think it ended with. Did it end with that one rap thing?
That guy.
Yeah. I can't tell
And then
you
we'd
what
go
I
off
really
and eat
want.
our fish because we're trying to live.
Yeah, so we'd eat fish within
really
20
healthy,
minutes. We were
lose
just having a lot
weight,
of
get
fun.
fit.
So I was like, how much shit can I cram into the first 32 minutes of the day? 11 minutes of exercise, fish within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all. Oh, we did that for a couple of years or something.
Yeah,
I
we got
think.
really fit too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we
we
looked
were-
pretty good back then, actually. Maybe it was
Boom.
working. All right.
Yeah, it was fun.
Anyway,
Look at that
super
hashtag.
summary. What was
Oh my
your
God.
strawberry bit first?
My strawberry bit was. I honestly don't know.
No, yeah. Sorry, you guys. But I can see strawberries. I don't know what other people have said. Fish, that's right, Terry. It
I know
was
you-
every morning for breakfast.
You were fun.
Oh, fun. Oh, sorry. There you go.
My strawberry
On fire
bit
today.
is how much fun that we've had, and our lovely family showed up. Because, like, seriously, we love you guys. Like, I missed you, So did she.
Yeah.
We talked about you all the time.
We did.
So that Angela. Angela.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, so we're probably not fit for super summaries either. Maybe we'll start them
We'll do
when we
next
start
week.
doing them properly.
Next week, yes.
Next week.
Yeah, hashtag strawberry
So,
bit.
oh, good on you. Excellent. And I saw Angela actually shared the show as well, so thank you so
Angela,
much for
hold
sharing.
on.
Yeah. good
Or
on
show
that.
sharers.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, that could be my new thing.
Could be.
Let's see how cool it is.
Wow, real cool.
We'll see if anybody makes out their strawberry bit.
Meanwhile, go to freeneville.com.
Yeah, 221 email list, pseudo random.
Goodness.
By the way, we've got some cool shit coming up. Like, seriously,
It's gonna
we've
be
got
fun.
diagrams and everything.
Oh, diagrams. We're getting an
Diagrams.
Apple Pen. It's
Yeah.
going to be fun.
Yeah. I mean, like, seriously, I called him yesterday, and he's like, well, would you like to make an inquiry? And I'm like, no, I just want my pen. Fuck me. Yeah, I call you, you give me pen. Right? This is...
Yeah. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Yeah, you know that whole thing. What was it? Half a donut, 15 to 25 minutes a day.
Cheap ass cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, you can have this thing called excellence or excuses, right? And I really find, like, I collect excuses. Like, it all depends on what your definition of is, right? Seriously, you actually said that. That's disappointing to me.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
In the way of the boom. Tony Doyle, my strawberry bit is you guys doing this show after a week off. Missed you guys. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
You too,
Tony.
buddy.
Thank
It was
you.
cool seeing you on the TNC stage.
Yeah, on stage.
Yeah. Well, like I
Well,
said,
yeah, you
well,
were
he got,
part of the
what's the
chorus.
name of the guy? Yeah, because, like I said, I got Perry Belcher's armpit, and you got the other guy's ass. So, Joel.
Oh,
No, not Joel. Anyway. But a cool guy. See, we both
Yeah.
got two of the coolest guys. Boom. That's right.
okay.
All right. I guess we're out of here now.
Okay, so we're going to get going. We will be doing a watch party in 32 hours or whatever
Something
it
like
is,
that.
roughly 36 hours. But otherwise, we'll be back next week.
That's right.
sometime.
Love you guys. See ya.
Yeah, see you.
Oh, that's not it.